So there are certain people that you meet that you automatically like them, right? There's just something about them. They're engaging, they're friendly, they're happy. You are drawn to them. And the truth is that these people have an advantage over everybody else because likability is literally like a secret weapon. It's literally like a superpower. If you can learn to be one of these social ninjas, gentlemen, game over, you win. You're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have more friends. You're going to have more spicy senoritas being like, yo, daddy, I want a piece of that because you're so amazing. Guys, today what I want to actually do is go over some ways for you to be more likable and actually get what you want. Step number one is be authentic. And what I mean by this is stop acting like you're something that you're not. One of the things that automatically puts up a wall in front of somebody in terms of getting to know you or engaging with you is when they feel or they sense that you're not being honest. People that are comfortable in their own skin are so much more likable than the dude that's just trying to put on a show, put on an act, and try to convince other people that he's something that he actually isn't. Number two is be interested, not interesting. One of the big mistakes that a lot of people make is that when they meet somebody, they want to tell them about themselves, right? And make them seem awesome and great and tell them all the interesting things about them. But the truth is that we are going to form better bonds and people are going to like us more if they are able to talk about them. If you get into the habit of asking and engaging and being interested in what the person is actually saying or telling you as opposed to waiting for your turn to talk, it's amazing what's going to happen. These people are going to feel connected to you because we like to talk about ourselves, right? And if we feel like somebody's actually interested and thinks we're interesting, this is incredibly powerful. You ready for a likability death punch to the throat, right? Give them a compliment. Woo, mama, 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 yes. Now, here's the thing. I've talked about compliments a ton because when you compliment somebody, not only does it make them feel good about themselves, it's impossible not to like somebody that gave you a compliment. So what are you going to compliment somebody on right now? If it's a dude, anything, right? You can compliment his hair, his shirt, his tie, his watch, his ring, his car, his shoes, like whatever, right? Or if he's a coworker or a colleague, tell him how smart he is, or wow, that was really great how you did X, Y, and Z. Now, if it's a woman that you're interested in, do not compliment anything physical in terms of sexual, like her boobs or butt or legs, anything like that, right? You can, however, compliment things like her eyes, her hair, her smile, her intelligence. Another trait that all likable people have is that they're optimistic and they're generally happy, right? Nobody likes a pessimist. Nobody likes a Debbie Downer. Being happy and optimistic, guys, is a gift, right? It's a gift to other people and also yourself. Now, if you are currently somebody that isn't happy or you're struggling, I want you to go see today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. I'm going to link to them down below. When I finally decided to go to therapy and talk about my issues, to get it under control, it was the point at which I decided I deserved to be happy, but I knew that I wasn't able to do it by myself. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's all done 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into their network of over 25,000 experienced and licensed therapists to help you with a variety of different issues. All you got to do is go through the link, answer a few questions about yourself, about your therapy preferences, so that BetterHelp can match you with a great therapist from their network. And then you can talk to your therapist any way that you feel comfortable, whether or not it's the phone, it's chat, it's text, or a video call. And you can message your therapist anytime and schedule a live session whenever it's convenient for you. Now, if your therapist isn't exactly a perfect fit or you feel like there might be somebody better, BetterHelp allows you to change therapists for free. Something else that I love, with BetterHelp, you get the same level of professionalism and quality that you come to expect from in-office therapy, except with a therapist that was custom picked for you, not to mention more flexibility in terms of scheduling and a more affordable price. As if you're ready to finally take control of your happiness and your future, I want you to go through that link. Don't wait. Go to betterhelp.com/alpha-m. That's BetterHelp.com/alpha-m. If you go through our special link, guys, you're going to get 10% off your first month of therapy. So one of the things that I've started doing to be more likable is actually put my phone away when I'm out and around people. Because unfortunately, 95% of people these days are on their phone, right? It's just a nervous habit. It's become like a reaction that we automatically do, right? We're not looking for anything. It's not important, but when you do this and your focus is here, it prevents you from making eye contact with other people or engaging with them or smiling, which brings me to the next hack. Two of them, eye contact and smile. It's the quickest, easiest way for you to automatically be liked. Eye contact and smile, right? Once again, the smile lets people know that you're friendly, you're inviting, you're engaging, you're happy and optimistic. eye contact, right? This is saying that you are interested in actually talking to them and not being all shady and shifty and looking around. The next trick is the touch. Gentlemen, touching somebody. Now, not in an inappropriate way, right? You got to be careful. The shoulder, the arm, the hand. When you go in for a handshake, the double handshake or lightly tapping somebody on the shoulder or the arm, right? Incredibly powerful. It lets the person know that you're engaging, that you're not afraid of them, and it also is a deeper way to connect with somebody quickly. The next trick, this one, woo, mama powerful, and that is remembering somebody's name.
My name is what?
Here's the deal. I used to think that I was just bad at names, right? I can never remember names. It was because as soon as somebody would tell me, I wasn't worried about it. In my ear, out the other, like done, right? Because I didn't want to remember the name. But when I decided, you know what, I need to get better at this because it's going to make me A, more likable, but also it's an incredible skill to have, I got a lot better. Now for me, I've got a trick, right? When I meet somebody, I'll say, hi, what was your name? And they tell me, say it's Brad. Hey Brad, great to see you. So Brad, what do you do for fun? Hold up, that's actually another trick that I learned that's incredibly powerful. Ask people what they're passionate about as opposed to what they do professionally. Right? Because when we talk about things that we love or we're passionate about or what we're interested in or what we do for fun, right? We get excited, our face lights up because we're passionate about it. But if you just ask somebody, hey, what do you do for a living, right? It's not very exciting. You can get to that later. Passion first, professional later. Another pro tip. Anyway, when somebody tells me their name, hey Brad, great to meet you. What do you do for fun, Brad, right? In my head, when they're telling me and I'm nodding, oh really, that's amazing, right? I'm thinking, Brad looks like a little bit of a badass, right? Who else is a badass? Brad Pitt in Fight Club, badass. His name is Brad, and I'm going to remember it because I picture Brad Pitt in Fight Club standing there all bleeding and jacked and sexy, right? Boom, gentlemen, if you can connect the person to somebody famous, think about it, tell a story about that person in your head, you will literally never forget somebody's name. Freaking social ninja, I'm telling you, gentlemen, this stuff works like a charm. If you start implementing this stuff, you're going to be amazed at how much more you get out of life, how many more friends you make, how many more spicy senoritas are like, damn, tell me more, right? Which brings me to something we got to talk about, and that is your storytelling ability, all right? Now, not everybody is a great storyteller. Stories have a beginning, they've got a middle, and they've got an end, right? You also don't want to drag on with monotonous detail that nobody really cares about. So there was this one time that I was at camp and there was this dog, and the dog came up to me and really? Everybody's like, I can't wait to get away from this dude. Excitement, right? I was at camp. Oh my God, there was this dog. I think it was a Doberman. Anyway, that's beside the point. It came up to me and it started humping my leg, and I was like, yo, what are you doing, Benji? Right? See the difference? Be a little bit more expressive. Be a little bit sexier and more sexier. Be a sexy storyteller, gentlemen. Learn to read the room. All right? Just because you think something's funny, you got to make sure that who you're talking to will also think it's funny, or else it's going to come across as a little bit crass or just not appropriate, right? Everybody knows that dude that's just like inappropriate. He'll say things that he shouldn't say to the wrong people, and it's just like uncomfortable, right? You don't want to be that guy, right? Until you know this person, you definitely want to make sure that you keep it on the more reserved end of things when it comes to you being funny. But something you can do is be a little bit self-deprecating, right? We like people that are not taking themselves too seriously. We talked about this earlier. If you can get into the habit of basically poking fun at yourself without putting yourself down, once again, another powerful likability hack. It boils down to developing your social awareness and your social intelligence, right? Social intelligence is a skill that you will develop the more you interact with people, the more times you're in a social setting and situation. It means you have the ability to read the room. It means that you have the ability to self-regulate. It means that you have the ability to engage people, include people, give them compliments. And it means that you have the ability to make somebody feel good about themselves, to feel important, to feel validated. And when you do this, oh my God, sky's the limit in terms of your potential. Because like we said at the beginning of this video, if you can be a likable person, it literally is like a superpower.